Trigger Man, where we play no games and we got good aim. Welcome to the channel and thank you for watching. The Trigger Man.
All right, boy, Trigger Man, back in the lab. And today, what we have here, today, man, it's gonna be a quickie because it's getting late. Gotta get up out of here. Paint code 1J7, I think it was. Lexus, doing the front, left side over there. What we got? We got the bumper, a few burn throughs we got there, and quarter and the door. This video here, man, a bunch of guys have been asking me for a good, reasonably priced waterborne cleaner. Not the solvent cleaner, waterborne cleaner. The stuff that we use, you know, the ProSpray brand, is pretty expensive. You got to get it from a jobber. They didn't even sell it online. So I've tried 3 different products, and finally I found one that I'm really liking. I'm liking this one even more than the stuff that we use, the ProSpray brand that we use. So check this out. This stuff here is called Aqua Scat, made by TranStar. It's a waterborne degreaser, static eliminator, pre-paint cleaner, residue free. As I tell you, I've been using this for about 2 weeks. I just didn't want to say nothing because I wasn't sure about it, but I've been getting some pretty clean jobs lately, cleaner than normal. So, and I want to think it's that, like the static eliminator, whatever that is in there, is working real good. So right before I paint, when I get it in here, all done, remember my cars are all cleaned. They're wiped with water and Prepsol from the prepper. I get in the booth, bag it, and then I wipe it again with water cleaner. But since I've been using that water cleaner there, like they've been coming out really clean. So I don't know if it's that there, but I think it is. So anyway, I'm gonna mask up, mix up, and we're gonna get to it.
So, like I said, for the past week and a half, 2 weeks, I've been trying this out and I'm really liking it. This is the way I do it. You know, I take one clean microfiber and one hand, wipe it, wipe the entire panel in sections. Then I come back with a fresh, dry microfiber. It's been working pretty good. That's the same way I did it with our product. Now I go with the fresh, different rag. Same way I did it with our product. But something with this here, TranStar cleaner, I'm really liking it, man. It's been coming cleaner, a lot cleaner. And like I said at the beginning, my prepper, she wipes them down with water and grease and wax remove it before I even get it in the booth. You know, I have her wipe it down so she can see if she missed anything, any scratches, any pinholes or whatever. So the car's pretty much clean when I get it in. Then once I get it in, I use a waterborne cleaner as well after I bag it. So 1 rag, 2 rag, there we go. So that's always been my process anyway. So just trying different products. You know, a couple of you guys asked for some stuff, so I've been trying out different products. Came across this one, and I like it. I like it. It's available online for you guys. It's on Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description. But see, different side, change sides of the microfiber. But yeah, I've noticed my blends have been a lot better with the metallics. Because again, if you got all that static charge on your car when you're spraying your metallics, when you're blending the metallics, they'll land all crazy because there's a static charge on there. Just like how it draws dirt to it, it'll draw those different metallic flakes to it, and they'll just land which way they land, which most of the time isn't the way you want them to land. Then you're left with a halo or some funky looking blend and you don't know what the heck is going on. Going with my sealer, good 2K sealer. Remember last week's episode on sealer? You want to use it? Use it. Don't use it? Don't use it. Gonna use it here? Nah, don't use it. See, really don't matter. No big deal, man. You know, I do a lot of these things different ways just to show you guys there's many different ways to get the same outcome. That's all. That's all. You know, use a sealer, use it. Don't want to use it, don't use it. So for some of you guys out there that are having little funny issues with your blend, you know, if you feel like you're doing everything right, you're using the right temperature reducer, you're using your wet bed, and you're still having some problems with your blends, just on the blending, that could also be a reason you're having a problem with your blends and you're unaware of it. You know, if there's like a static charge on the car and you're trying to blend, got to burn through there, and the metallics aren't landing right, it could very well be that that panel has a charge on it from all the sanding you did, you know, and that could be a reason. And this could be a simple solution for that problem. You know, get this stuff here, wipe the panel, get rid of that static charge. Your blends will lay down better, especially metallics, but it also happens with your solid colors as well. You'll get sand piling, you get all these different things going on, and you're like, man, I'm doing everything right. I got the right temperature reducer. It could very well be that, you know. You got to have something in place to kill that charge. You know, a lot of us old school people, we just use plain water back in the days, which I still just do that sometimes. But there's products out there now that are more efficient, work better. They get rid of the charge, plus they clean really good. You know, sometimes you're in there, you got sweat dripping, your fingerprints and everything. That's a good reason for you to use some type of waterborne cleaner, you know. Just give it a try. Just another tool in your toolbox. But you do have to have something in place to get rid of that static charge. Whether you have one of those anti-stat guns, or you're chaining down the car like they used to do back in the days. Like, they kind of just stopped doing that once I got in the trade. Okay, see here, if you're gonna do a blend, see how I'm thinking like I was gonna start blending that, but then you're gonna paint the quarter panel, and you gotta blend the quarter panel into the bumper anyway. So go ahead and do everything there. Just showing you guys, you know, sometimes you're just blending, and you ain't really paying attention to the next panel, but you gotta put the whole thing in perspective and know, like, all right, we're doing all of this whole section, so blend everything in together. But yeah, so like I was saying, you gotta have something in place to get rid of that static charge that's on the car from all of the sanding you've done. Whether it's the sanding with the DA, your blocking, your hand sanding, your scuffing, all of that builds up a charge on those vehicles. So you have to have something in place, whatever it may be. Like I was saying, when I entered the trade, that's right when they stopped putting chains under the car. They used to chain. Okay, see here, putting down the base on the first coat on the hood. I like to go down, you know, not flick your base back up into the hood. Just something that I've always done on the hood itself. But yeah, so like I was saying, for the third time, when I was entering the trade, that's right when they were stopping the whole putting chains under the car, hooking the chain down to the ground. That would get rid of some of the static, you know, and that was in the middle to late 90s. And now, you know, there's so many different products out there, but you have to have something in place for that. See, nothing above the body line, nothing above the body line. Keep it down on that line. Yeah, you got to have something in place for that, whatever it may be. Whatever you like, but have something, because that really, not only your dirt in your paint job, but right here, like the blends, you're blending right there. If you got a car with a whole lot of static charge on there, man, those metallics are going to be looking all cross-eyed and crazy. See, I was going down the first time. Now I want to blend up into the hood. Just when I get my first coat on there, I got my coverage. Then I go ahead and work on my blend. Especially on the hood, that's just my thing. But sometimes you start off the bat working the hood. Next thing you know, you're the whole entire hood, you know. Now I do my blend. I know I got my coverage. Now I blend it. Everything blends in. And I'm using an extra slow on this. So it's going to look wet for a long time. but when it flashes off, it's fine. So you'll see it looks a little liney, a little streaky, but that's because it's an extra slow. Now we got a burn through. My prepper left me a nice little burn. Usher Raymond. Gotta let it burn. When you're on the phone, hang up and you call right back. Yep. Squeeze the trigger, barely pull the trigger, stay on that body line, dust a little color in there. From the effect of the body line, that little crease, even if it was 3 shades off, you wouldn't notice it. Right on the body line, barely squeeze the trigger, get just a little cover to cover that burn. And you don't really have to worry about too much of a fry up on these. See, there was another burn right there she left me. You won't really have to worry about too much of a fry up because I put that wet bed down, and our wet bed is ready to spray, so it's not like it has any reducer in there that's gonna soak through and penetrate and cause a fry up. Although if you put it heavy enough and wet, I'm sure it'll penetrate through there. But barely pull the trigger, barely pull it, missed it on there. On body lines, it works good. I brought out the DV1 clear coat gun today. Trying something else that was recommended from one of you subscribers. God told me to pop in a 1.4. Since I complain about how slow the gun is, he's like, man, pop in a 1.4. So I popped in a 1.4, and it's a little faster. And I was thinking that it might come out more peely since it's a 1.4 in the DeVilbiss. But no, it didn't come out peely. Came out just as smooth, and it is a little faster. I turned the fan in 1.5 turns. I used to keep it pretty much wide open, but I turned the fan in 1.5 turns, popped in a 1.4, and I can deal with it, you know. It's a little faster. It's faster, and it's a fogger. Can you see me through the fog? Spraying the clear at 22 psi. That's 22 from the digital gauge up top, of course. Yeah, it's definitely faster. Still considered a turtle, but a little faster. And to the subscriber that suggested the 1.4, thank you for that. It did help. Trigger man, that's all right, brother. You actually listening to your subscribers? The subscribers are supposed to be the ones coming and listening to you for advice. But that's pretty cool, brother. You actually listen to your subscribers, take their advice. Yeah, man, it's like everybody just learns from one another here, man. That's what Triggerland is all about, right, brother? That's cool, man. The gun does look like it's moving a little faster, though, Chick. I know you used to hate that gun, man. You used to talk all kind of crap about that gun. Yeah, Chick. You're looking a little faster there, Chick. Looking good, Chick. You might as well spend all that goddamn money on it. You might as well use it, right? Yeah, Chick. Yeah, man, looking good today, though, brother. You got on your gloves, got on your paint suit. Everything looking smooth, man. No complaints today, Trey. No complaints today, Trey. Looking good, brother, looking good. Spray on, brother, spray on. And also, if you guys got a couple different brands out there of a waterborne cleaner that you could share, that we can all use here together, you know, you're more than welcome. Drop it in the comments. Like the troll just said, you know, we all learn from one another, man. You know, I learn from you guys. Share the knowledge. So if there's any other brands out there that you guys have that work good, drop it in the comments. And I've also tried that what a few of you guys mentioned, like mixed water and alcohol, isopropyl alcohol together. I tried that, and for me, I'm really not a fan of it. I've tried different mixing ratios, 50-50 with water, 70-30, and it's like when I'm doing plastic bumpers, like primered plastic bumpers, when I go to wipe them, it seems like that alcohol smears off the primer that's on the bumpers. So I was really never a fan of that. Maybe I was mixing it wrong, but I never had no luck with it, you know. Then it kind of leaves a residue on the vehicle. I tried it with, I think it was distilled water. A couple different types of water. People were saying distilled, Zephyrhill, Dasani, you know, so I never really had too much luck with that. And the jobs were still dirty, so I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so now these are the results. This is right out of the booth. And trust me when I tell you, for my jobs, for a hood, this sucker came out clean. And normally when I want to get something extra clean, I'll stop, sand it with some 2000, sand it with some 1000, sand my base. I didn't do any of that. I don't even think I tacked it off before I cleared it. I might have tacked it off before I cleared it, but I didn't go to none of the extremes that I normally do to get a clean job. So I really think this stuff has been helping me. That blue Mazda that I did in last week's video, I did the same thing with this cleaning stuff, and you guys saw how clean that job came out. So I really think it's been helping, man. And I'm actually gonna stick with this. I'm not even gonna use the ProSpray, the expensive stuff that we normally use. Like, I'm really liking this stuff. I think it's helping. It's doing a good job. I like it. It's user friendly. Oh, and here's a clip. I actually caught the owner of the car out front when she was picking it up.
I mean, beautiful.
Good. Glad you like it. Glad you like it.
What's not to like? Wow. Now you make.
Yeah.
Is Peter in there?
I think he's out back mixing up some stuff.
Well, tell him I can't wait to give him money.
So as you see, she was happy with it. At the end of the day, that's what it's all about. Make the customer happy. You heard the lady. Wow, it's beautiful. I felt the same way when I pulled it out the booth. Hey, this your boy Trigger signing off. I ask that you would please like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying the content. You don't have to hit the bell thingy. You don't have to be notified every time I drop a video, but at least subscribe to the channel so you can tune in from time to time. I ask that you would also share this video with a friend. And after doing so, if you would please tell his girlfriend. Peace.